Good day, everybody. D-Stosh here. I'm talking in a vague European accent because I'm half Irish and I could have owned a farm in a separate reality. Anyway, we're going to talk about the Halo custom game browser and the triumphs and failures of it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, what I want to talk about first is just I am so happy that this thing exists. I have been having so much fun playing on modded game modes like Godzilla, Halo RP for those roleplay fans out there, and also the the large-scale BTB maps that like take advantage of the entirety of Forge World. And there was one other thing. Oh yeah, Rust, which is one of the greatest Halo modes I've ever played. But it is not all sunshines and rainbows. But let's talk about the sunshine first, because the rainbows can come second, and then the bad stuff can come third. Or maybe the rainbows and the sunshine are the same. I don't really know. But I really like that servers actually keep going once we leave the game, as long as there's someone in there. It kind of, it's cool, because it's like a dedicated server, and you don't need to be there all the time for it to keep running. In fact, I guess if you had an Xbox, though, and you wanted the server to keep running forever, you'd have another platform like PC or another Xbox and keep the server running by just having somebody in the match the whole time. That would take up a spot, though, of an AFK individual, so that'd be kind of annoying. But yeah, the fact that it just keeps going is cool. Like, I started 2 Rust modes yesterday, and both of them were actually still in the server browser. They may still be there, I'm not sure. But it's a really cool deal going on here, and I am happy with all of the kind of unofficial mod support we're getting. Like, we're not getting mod support, but we're getting, like, 343 not being complete dickheads about it. There's some mods in there that are cool, like all the game modes I just talked about. Those are basically mods. But it's good to see that 343 isn't striking this type of content down, because I think that the core of Halo that really makes it stand out from every other video game out there, and I mean every other video game, aside from maybe Gary's mod, is the creativity of it. I mean, what other Halo, what other video game is there where you can play Jenga or DayZ or Speed Halo? Like, there's no other games like that out there. Of course, PC, there's Gary's mod and stuff like that, but for console players, there's nothing. And that makes me really excited, actually, about Halo Infinite. A little bit of a Halo Infinite plug in here for the algorithm. Halo Infinite's free-to-play aspect is going to bring in so many people. And I'm so excited for all these new people to play custom games, because it's going to be a blast. But that's a lot of the good out of the way, but let's get into some of my criticisms, which are kind of why I wanted to make this video. Don't get me wrong, having an amazing time, but there's some issues, and I really want them addressed. First of all, it's really annoying that every time I try to join a match and fail, it resets the entire server browser, and I have to start from scratch. It makes it really annoying to choose a match, and it's just a complete headache, especially when you're trying to get a group of 4 people into a match, and you're like, hey, there's Godzilla, maybe we should play that. Oh, it's gone, and my entire server has just refreshed, and I don't know where the hell I am. But that's one thing. Another thing is that the fact that we don't have a favorite system. Now, I understand maybe no favorite system because these servers are not permanent, at least for now. They kind of come and go. But I'd really like a history page for the server browser, just so that we could leave a game and then join back to the same game without any real hassle. You know, I'd love a favorite system once we have permanent servers, but for now, a history of where you've been would be quite nice. Another thing we desperately need is, of course, a filter system. I think that with a server browser like this, especially with how packed it's been getting lately, which I'm really happy about, but we really need a filter system so I can find my game modes that I want to play. It's a real hassle to keep scrolling through every game mode, and just to miss a Rust mode or Godzilla. It'd be a lot easier just to have a little search tab where I could type in Rust or filter out certain types of game modes or players, and it'd make it a lot simpler for me to find the match that I want to get into, and that's kind of a standard of server browsers, and I'm kind of disappointed that this incarnation does not have that yet. Of course, it's just the first incarnation. It seems like more of a beta. They only have Halo Reach in it currently, but I still would have liked to seen a filter system day one. And I hope that Halo Infinite, if it does have a server browser, which I think it will, it'll have all these features at launch, because if it doesn't, I think we might have some issues. Another thing is that we really need to have some type of map and game mode browser. I cannot believe that MCC has been out for so long, like nearly a decade, I think. Maybe not nearly a decade, maybe like a little over half a decade. I can't believe that we still don't have a game mode and map browser. We have fan-created ones, which are great, but a lot of the times those servers get overloaded for those systems, and, I was trying to find a Rust game mode, or, any of the cool game modes, and it's just, I typed it into the fan-made browser, and I couldn't find anything because it wouldn't load because the servers were being overloaded from all the people trying to find different custom games. And I think that we really need an official solution from 343 so that people can find game modes and people can find maps. I know that you could search for people online. I know that you could, just set somebody with a bunch of maps as your rival, and you could just go into their file share every time you wanted to play a match. But it's really disheartening that we just don't have a browser for that type of content, and I feel like it's really putting a damper on the whole experience of custom games at this point in time. I mean, because even Halo 3 had a file browser, even Halo Reach had a file browser, so we really need that, especially because we want to spread these cool game modes and all these cool experiences that we could have. We really need that. And I hope that in an upcoming update we're going to get this. I know that there have been rumors of this happening for a long time, but come on, 343. Like, I know you're doing a lot of great work doing mod support for Halo CE, giving us the custom game browser, porting the entirety of Halo MCC to PC. But can we please just get a map browser? I don't know. It doesn't seem like too much of a deal. But yeah, overall, those are my thoughts on the new custom game browser. It's accomplishments and failures. Anyway, do you have any ideas of what you'd want to see improved in this custom game browser, or MCC in general, anything that you want 343 to implement? I would personally like to see Halo Combat Evolved mod support come to console, because what they're doing with that looks incredible, and I can't wait to play that. And I just hope that I can play things like SBV3 on console. But anyways, those were just my thoughts on the custom game browser. Now remember, if you liked the video, please like it, and if you really liked it, try subscribing because it really helps out the channel. This was D-Stosh, and I'll see you in the next one. D-Stosh out.